When we place a kid into an environment, we have an opportunity to either deposit something into them positive or withdraw something from them. So depending on what that experience is and the trauma, you take a kid's innocence away, you take their motivation away, you take any of these things away from them at a certain age, depending on the trauma, they may not ever get that back. So our focus is to make sure that the safe environment that they're coming into is only depositing good things. Players Health is a risk management and insurance platform for sports and fitness organizations, where our mission is to create the safest and most accessible environment for an athlete to play the sport that they love. I know what it feels like to grow up in a place where safety is a luxury, and I feel like sports has given so much to me, so I want to create safe environment. I'm an example of what a positive environment looks like when it's safe. And I want to create more safe environments for kids to play sports. And when I first started this company, I was actually playing for the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. I was playing in CFL. I just tore my hamstring, was home for a bye week, and I was done playing. I wanted to start this business focusing on athlete safety, and the focus was injuries. And so injury management was the beginning, and then we realized that health and safety was a lot broader than just injuries. It wasn't just managing concussions properly. We started seeing all of these abuse incidents happen in the space. We started investigating and managing all of the emotional, physical, sexual abuse that happens in these organizations. And then that just opened us up to a whole new world. Most people don't know, but youth sports, there is no kid or professional athlete on a court, field, or ice without insurance, like no one. And what has happened is over the course of the past few years, we've had a large number of what we call catastrophic incidents. Well, there are a number of carriers that have decided because of these incidents have happened so frequently that we don't want to write sports anymore. And we've gone from north of 30 carriers down to only about a handful of carriers that want to write sports. Now that's a problem because without insurance, these kids are not playing. We are a new carrier. We're a new market that's helping these organizations do what they need to do to create a safe environment. It's truly a win-win. You know, there's been organizations that have been selling sports insurance in this space for decades. I think the difference between what we do is we're the only organization that has visibility on what the environment that these kids are coming into actually look like. Athlete safety. And what we mean by athlete safety, it's any minor that's coming in contact with an adult, have that adult gone through proper protocols and procedures around a background check, where maybe they've gone through abuse awareness training, concussion training. Are you fit to be around kids? Have you gone through a credential to make sure that you should be around this kid and that you're safe and that you're ready to respond when things do happen? And so we've created a holistic platform to ensure that we have an understanding and visibility into how safe this environment is. And we're helping organizations better understand that. And we know out of the 100 coaches this organization has, how many have actually been credentialed. We know exactly how many injuries that they've had, how they're managing those incidents. If there's have been any behavioral issues that we had to deal with coach or staff, we know those because those are being reported into our platform. So we have a very clear understanding of the staff that these athletes are coming in contact with and the environment that they're coming into. And then we're advising these organizations to ensure that they are kept up to date with any state regulations that are new, any new policies that come, and it truly allows for that safe environment to happen. So we started with injury management, and then we started thinking more broadly. So when we think about the space of insurance, we recognize that the old way in which most carriers looked at this is that they look at an organization and look at their experience in the past and say they're a good organization. The difference between what we're doing at Players Health is that we, through our platform, through our data, we understand to what degree an organization is creating a safe place. With that information, it allows us to now have a better comfort to write insurance that most carriers wouldn't write. And that was the aha moment for us. I think the market was responding to all of the incidents that happened in the space, and we had that information that no one else had. So we started a new kind of insurance company that the number one priority was the safer these environments are, the better claims they're gonna be, the better insurance we're gonna be able to provide. This information allowed us to create a new insurance company that focused on the health and safety of athletes, providing better coverage and better environments for kids. So our focus at Players Health is to ensure that athlete safety is a shared mission for every organization that we work with. Failure to us is actually working with an organization that's not committed to creating that safe environment. We have organizations that really just want cheap insurance, and maybe they don't want to go through all the steps that's needed to provide that safe environment. They just know, hey, Players Health, I can get another 10% discount on my insurance, and I want to do that. That's a failure to us. So we need to properly suss out organizations that are truly on mission with us, that want to create that safe environment. And it's not just, I want cheaper insurance to make that happen. So we start with connecting with our customers, understanding exactly what they need. And then also we're listening to the industry. Where is it going? What are the biggest needs? And how can we go about solving those? One of the things that we recognize about insurance is that it is one of the oldest industries in the world. And change happens very slow within the insurance industry. But within the sports ecosystem, it's changing all the time. How can we keep up with that change and support and provide value? The way we measure success is the level of implementation of athlete safety. And so when organizations are implementing all of the policies and protocols, when they're properly credentialing all of their coaches, that is success from a service perspective. The only way for that to be successful is we have to take more off their plate. We have to do it for them because they're limited. These are nonprofit and volunteer-ran organizations. The more we can help them make that happen and make it easier for them, the better the implementation, the safer the kid's gonna be. We recognize that the impact that we have on society, like youth sports is the fabric of society. There is not one person that has not been impacted by sports, either at the youth or they're not a fan. We have a responsibility to ensure that these environments are positive because these kids are the future. So the better their environment is, the better the future is gonna be. I've never been more excited about the future of Players Health. I never thought this business would be this big. You know, we have over 70-something employees supporting over 20,000 sports organizations, but I see us really not just thinking about youth sports. I think we started in youth sports, and now we're going upstream, college and pro. We will be the largest insurance provider in sports and fitness. And so that is the focus. And when we think about safety and accessibility, that doesn't change. And we will be the market leader because we have more insights and data than anyone else in the market. This is for athletes by athletes. And our mission is driving us to make decisions and build an organization that provides services in a way that hasn't been provided before.